Yo, what is going on, Senpai Squad? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I've got the review for episode 5 of the promised Neverland. Now, I can 100% openly admit that I jumped to conclusions slightly during my episodes 2 and 3 reviews, because I said the anime definitely went downhill a bit. The last two episodes, 4 and 5, this one especially, this episode was like on the level of episode 1. Not quite that good, because like that episode 1 is probably one of the most perfect, flawless, fantastic episodes of anime I've ever seen. So the fact that I'm even kind of comparing the two just kind of goes to show just how fantastic this episode actually was. Now, one of my main complaints, which I've accepted the fact that I'll be talking about, or knowing will be a thing throughout the entire series, the entire anime series anyway, is the lack of inner monologues. Honestly, like I said, I've just kind of come to accept it. I'm going to try not to bring it up a ton, but as I'm talking about, you know, the episode and my series so far as a whole, yeah, the lack of inner monologues may be a bit disappointing. However, this episode proved that even without the inner monologues, the mind games are still there, because that scene between Norman and Ray was absolutely flawless. Absolutely, I don't have any words. It was so amazing. The voice acting, absolutely superb. The facial expressions, which throughout the entire series, I don't think there's been a single terrible facial expression. I think the facial expressions have been the best, one of the best parts of the entire series. Like I said, you feel every single drop of emotion, every single little drop of emotion is being squeezed out in every little detail, and it's absolutely beautiful, awe-inspiring to look at almost. And it's paired up with an equally incredible soundtrack. And the soundtrack playing between Norman and Ray's conversation was, I've got no words yet again. If you could not tell, that scene, for me anyway, was perfect in every single possible way. We kind of got more of an idea about where Ray is coming from, you know, his point of view on how being a traitor is actually the most beneficial thing that could happen to Norman and Ray. And honestly, you do kind of get that idea, and you do kind of agree with him, because like Norman and like Ray said, Ray could just leak false information to Mom, to Isabella, which, you know, they came under an agreement, which is what Ray's going to be doing, as long as Norman tries to convince Emma that they can't escape with all the kids. That's going to be... The end of this series is honestly going to be so intense from so many different things. Not only going to be, you're going to have demons, you're going to have Mum, you're going to have going on. Can you 100% trust Ray? Is that going to be a possibility? Can you do that after learning something as huge as this? Are we going to learn just how much Ray and Mama's connection goes on, and all this is so many, like, up until this point, the anime has been quite linear, and now it's hit this point where it's going to be breaking off into, you're going to have one main track, which is going to be the main plot, but now it's splitting off into all those subplots, so you can theorize on tons of different things. There's always something happening now within the anime. There's always been something happening, but now there's multiple things happening at once, which is, it's beautiful, because it's a never-ending train wreck almost in this case. So yes, I just have to say it's brilliant. And like I said, Ray and Norman, they add a whole new level of genius in this anime, which, like I said, maybe there's a lack of inner monologues, but characters like them, even without their inner monologues, which make them even more genius from the manga, in the anime, you still got that same level of just smarts and wit about them, that it gives you a similar vibe, not the same vibe, but it does its own type of thing. Now, talking of incredible scenes, that dream scene with Norman was phenomenal. The demon in that dream, holy shit, it looked incredible. You can't tell me that demon did not look terrifying, menacing, just awe-inspiring how beautiful it looked. Like I said back in episode 1, my biggest fear, I think, going into the series was how they'd tackle the demons with sound effects, animation. Would it be CGI? What would the art style look like? Would they capture the same ferocity that they have in the manga? And honestly, the anime, one of the things that the anime has kept itself above the manga is with the demons. They are somehow even more just terrifying than they are in the manga. Honestly, the way they're drawn in the manga, they look beautiful and they look terrifying. The anime, they sound terrifying. They look terrifying. They act terrifying. They are terrifying, but at the same time, there's a sense of beauty about them. Maybe that's just me there. I don't know. Maybe that's me being a bit weird. But one of the main things that I think has kind of been proven in this episode is, should Ray, Norman, and Emma have told Don and Gilda the truth? Because it's looking like, and personally, you know, there's a possibility, and with it being a cliffhanger like that, you'd expect it to be a fake out, and it won't be as bad as you think. But you have to think, like, if they told them the truth, would they be in the situation in which they ended the episode on? You know, would they be in a situation where Mum could be seconds away from finding them out and then probably killing them? Like, all they know is that they're being sold off to bad families. You know, there's nothing about demons, nothing about death as soon as you enter the gate. None of that type of stuff. So there's kind of a moral question there on whether or not what Emma and that did is the right thing. Personally, if you ask me, no, because not only have they given the false sense of hope, they've led them down a path way more dangerous than they could possibly even begin to imagine. So I really want to know what you guys think. If you was Emma in that situation, try and explain to Don and Gilda what's happened to Connie. What would you have said? Would you have told them the truth, or would you have twisted it into what could potentially be an incredibly horrible and dark and twisted lie that is honestly nothing short, in my opinion, of just mean to them, like undeserving on Don and Gilda's part? You know, what are Don and Gilda going to think? But yeah, let me know, what would you have done in that situation? Tell the truth or tell a twisted lie to try and save them, but potentially actually lead them down an even more dangerous path? Let me know in the comment section down below, along with all of your thoughts and opinions on the episode. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already to become a member of the Senpai Squad, and I will see you guys in another video. But until then, peace.